Welcome back. Mbuyiselo Botha is in our Pretoria studio. Mr. Botha, good evening once again. Apologies for what happened there. You were talking about how this was wrong, objectifying women.
Well, it's not only wrong, it is very disgusting for you in this day and age that Elijah finds it okay to, to dehumanize women, and primarily for you because, women are a fair game. And I think, I want to echo what the chairperson of the commission was saying this morning, in other platforms, that it's important that the minister comes out gun blazing, if you like, that, Vuyo, in this day and age, when we know that we have the highest rate of violence against women, of rape in our country. For heaven's sake, you can't really try and say that you are creating a learning culture by using women's bodies. Why don't you use men's bodies for that matter? There's no excuse for your. All it says is that Elijah knows that we as a society are tolerant of looking at women's bodies as an object of fun for you.
Well, he's apologizing and says it should all be understood that he was trying to, as he puts it, push the boundary. Is there no room for forgiveness?
But look, Vuyo, there's a room for forgiveness. But if you push in the envelope, tell me you're pushing an envelope in an environment of a violent society against women in particular. I find that extremely disgusting, in bad taste. I don't understand, Vuyo, up to now, were there no other strategies that you can employ, that you can use to drive your message home? Why, as I said, in the 21st century, in the Women's Month, that you then plead that, look, I'm pushing the envelope, but you know that you're pushing an envelope in a subject that is extremely sensitive. You're talking with the MEC, who, by the way, does amazing work under difficult circumstances. Imagine, Vuyo, a young girl has been raped and there was, nothing happened. There was this veil of secrecy. Now, you come and find someone who holds a position of responsibility but acts very irresponsibly. That is unacceptable. In fact, Vuyo, if the minister means business, shouldn't he be suspended so that we send an unambiguous message to our society that this department, South Africa as a whole, will not tolerate such unbecoming, irresponsible, utterances or gestures for people who we look up to for leadership, for guidance.
Should he be the only one taking the fall? Because one would imagine that something like this, or the strategy, would not have been his and his alone. Someone would have approved, or at the very least known about how they were going to execute this strategy.
But remember, Vuyo, that he is in charge of communication. He is, in fact, the overseer of what goes out, what's written, what's communicated out there. I think there must be a clear example set that Elijah, fall on your sword. And the best thing that he can do is to actually be suspended so that there's a clear message that we are intolerant of such a behavior.
Mbuyiselo Botha, thank you very much for your time. He was joining us from our Pretoria studios.